welcome back to Hoot Crafts. And as you've seen in the little video clip, we are going to be making little slippers today. These are super quick and easy to make. Now I'm going to be doing my size, of course, but I will tell you how you can keep adjusting till it fits your foot. You will need orange yarn. Today I am using Yarn B's Soft and Sleek Chunky for his little nose. You will need 2 buttons for the eyes, or if you prefer, you can just do, you can crochet little eyes, sew little eyes on, or you can do felt circles and put little eyes on that way. You will need some fur, which is totally optional. You can, again, crochet a little fur band there, or you can do you know how you take your yarn and loop it through and do it that way, but I just love fur. You will need bulky yarn. I'm using the Karen Ogo bulky. I have this one, I forget the color of it, but it starts off with a cream and then goes to these different blues, and that's how I did my little snowman. I did the cream, and then I did the darker blue, and then I tipped it off with a little bit of the light blue just to give it a little different look. So already, we are going to be using a J6.0 crochet hook. Got my little stitch marker. You'll need a stitch marker because we are going to be crocheting in the round. Some scissors, a sewing in needle, like I said, your buttons, or you know, however you're going to be making your little eyes, and the fur is completely optional. Whoops. Alrighty, let me just get my yarn ready here. So we are going to be making a magic ring, or you know, do your chain 4, whichever one you prefer. So did my magic ring. Inside of this magic circle, I'm going to do 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull tightly. Now, like I said, we're not going to be chaining up. We're going to go directly into that first stitch and work the whole way around, kind of like amigurumi, you know, you would do for amigurumi. So into that first stitch, we are going to be making 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, and then 2, and all the way around till you have 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. So now, if you need to, sorry, put your little stitch marker into that first stitch. Okay? So into this first stitch, it's going to be 1 single crochet, and then into the next one, you're going to be increasing, and you're going to do 2 single crochet. And then that is going to be your pattern. 1, and then 2 single crochet. 1, and 2 single crochet. We now have 12, so we're going to keep doing this the whole way around, and at the end, we will have 18. I'll do the first one with you. So there's 1, and then 2. So do this the whole way around till you get to your first stitch, and you should have 18 single crochet total. I'll do mine and I will get back to you in a hoot. Alrighty, I got my 18 single crochet. I'm just going to move my stitch marker up within that first stitch. So now we are going to go single crochet in the first, single crochet in the second, and then 2 single crochets in the third, and that is going to be our increase the whole way around. We have now 18. once we do this increase round, we will have 24. I'll do the first one with you. So that's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next, and then 2 in that third. Alrighty, I'm going to continue mine the whole way around, and remember, you will have 24 single crochet. See you in a hoot. Alrighty, I got my 24. I am moving my stitch marker up. Now in this one, you're going to go 1 single crochet again and again. So 1, 2, 3, and then into that fourth, you're going to do 2 single crochets. And then after you're all done, you will have 30. Because right now we have 24. So I'll do the first one with you. I'm going to go into that first stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets into this stitch. So then 1 and 2. If you noticed, you'll start seeing where your increase stitch will be. You'll see there's 1, 2, 3, and then right here in the corner is where you're going to be increasing, and that will be the whole way around. You'll start seeing that little pattern form. Alrighty, I'm going to do my 30, and I will see you in a hoot. Alrighty, I did my 30, and that is it. Now, you're going to, you're going to have to fold it like this and take your toes, put your toes, and see, you know, if you need to increase one more round, or if this is going to be good for you. Now for me, I wear a size 7 shoe. Sometimes I can wear 6.5. It all depends if my feet are bloated. But yeah, so this is a perfect size for me to go around on. So that's what you're going to have to do. You just fold it over like this and measure it on your foot to see. So like I said, I am a size 7. So let's see. This should be for, I mean, they stretch, socks stretch. So, I would say this will be 7 to 8. So if your feet are 9 to 10, I would go up. So I would go to 34. Okay. So I would do one more repeat and then so on. If you wear, you know, 11, then I would go 2 increases, 2 more rows of increase. Okay, does that make sense? Because like I said, when you have a sock, they usually do 7 to 8 for a sock, and it stretches, right? So this is a slipper sock. This will stretch and should fit you perfectly, because I have plenty of room when I put this on my foot. It's really nice and comfortable. It's not tight at all. So I think this will work if you have a size 8 foot. Maybe calling it close, but it could possibly work for a 9. But just to be on the safe side, I would definitely go another increase round. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to keep my stitch marker there. You can move it if you need to keep your place. But for the next 14 rounds, we are going to just single crochet the whole way around. We are doing this part, okay? Right now we're right here, and we are just building his little head. And so for 14 rounds, we are just going to be single crocheting, and then we'll get to this part and then the hill. But for right now, this is where we are at. And like I said, measure it on your foot. If you want it, if you want his head to be a little bit longer, you know, by all means, you can do it longer. But 14 rounds is pretty good to give you this cute little look, because you do have that hat part, okay? Alrighty, so again, you're just going to be single crocheting in every stitch. No increase necessary unless you need a bigger size. Then you will do, you know, your 1 increase round, and then again, you will still do your 14 rows of straight single crochet. That does not change. So I'm going to do my 14, and I will see you back in a hoot when I'm done. Alrighty, I'm not done with my 14 rows yet. but at this time you definitely want to sew in your end, because you know this is going to be the middle of your foot, and you want to just make sure you have your ends of your yarn sewn in. So again, I will meet you back when I have my 14 rows. I just wanted to say that really quickly. Alrighty, I've done my 14 rows, and so at this point we're going to cut this yarn, and we are going to get our new color. So what I love about the Ogo is you can pull apart your yarn. So if you're using the cream like I'm using and you need to get to the blue, you could just pull it and then it's easy access. So I have my little stitch marker marked. So this is the first row, and I'm just going to weave these little ends in together. I'm going to crochet over top of them so my ends are hidden and, you know, all up in there. Alright, I'm going to do that the whole way around, and then I will get back to you in how many rows of your next color, how many rounds we're going to be doing. Alrighty, so now that's going to count as your first row. You are going to do 5 more rows before we start the hill. So you're not decreasing, you're not increasing, you're just going to continue how many stitches you have until you have 6 total of your color change rows. So this will be my first, so I'm going to do it for 5 more times, and then we will do our hill. So I will see you back in a hoot. Alrighty, I got my 6 rows completed. Now again, if you have a bigger size foot, let's say 7, I mean not 7, I'm 7. Let's say 9 and 10, then I would do 2 more extra rows of your color change. And then again, you know, not increase, but keep adding 2 more rows per size. You get that? So if you're, let's see, 9, 10, you would add 2 more rows right now. If you're 11, 12, or just 11, you would add 2 more rows of that, because this isn't the hill. We're going to be working the hill right now, but it gets you to that hill part, and you want to make sure, you know, you're there. Okay, so we worked in the rounds. This time, we're going to chain 1, and you are going to turn, and you're going to work back and forth. And that's going to start creating the hill and also the opening part for us to slide our foot through. So you see this stitch right here? You're going to skip that 1 stitch. So you're just going to work all the way back and forth. Well, you're going to do that stitch, but you're not going to close it. So you're just going to work back and forth. Once you get here, do it, chain 1, and then turn, and keep working back and forth. Let me show you. So you're still going to have 30 stitches. It's just you're not going to, let me get some yarn out. You're not going to be closing it off or working in a complete circle like we were. Put that inside so it's not ASMR in you. No, it decided to come out. I shall not be silent. Yeah, you will. Get in there. Just pulling some more yarn. And if you're working with a 4-weight yarn, you're going to have to really measure again, because bulky yarn, well, it's bulky, and so you can use any yarn size. It's just your stitch count is going to be way different. Pattern will be the same, well, except for the stitch count, but You just have to do different stitch counts. Oops. Every time I think I have enough pulled. There we go. I think my arm snags it. Alright, now we are getting to that last stitch. Now we're not going to close, we're going to chain one and turn. And then we're going to be working again back and forth and back and forth. Now, the back and forth part, give me 1 second. Sorry, someone needed me. Okay, so the back and forth part, I did for 10 rows. So 10 rows for the hill, to get to my hill. And you're just going to keep checking it on your foot. You're going to put it on your foot, okay? And then you're going to see where your hill is. And you're just going to keep checking it that way. And if you need a little bit bigger, again, add a row or two, or, you know, multiple rows that you may need. And then, you know, we'll do the closing of it and everything together. But yeah, so for me, I did, no, I'm so sorry. I did 9 rows. So 9 for a size 7, and again, size 8. Because this is a slipper, but it's a slipper sock. And again, you know, it stretches, so I would definitely, I mean, 7 and 8. I'm so sorry, I said 9. But 7 and 8. So, I would say, again, if you're going up, you just need to go up 2 more rows. So, like, for a 9 to 10, add 2 more rows. So, you would do 11 rows of the back and forth. And then 13, 14 if your foot is a 11 to 12. You get that? So, again, you're just adding 1 to 2 more rows, but just keep checking your heel, or if it's for somebody else, to be on the safe side, I would definitely just add an extra row, you know, just to be safe. And that way, if they need to, they could wear a sock underneath this. I mean, I plan on it anyway. Be extra nice and toasty, but there. All right, so again, we chained 1. You will go into that first stitch. That chain 1 won't be anything. And then you're just going to continue around in all of your stitches. You will still have 30. You're not getting rid of any of your stitches. You're just creating the heel and also the opening for your foot to go through. So I'm going to do my 9 rows, and when I'm done, I will get back to you, and then we will sew up the heel together, and then we'll start the this part. Okay, the sock part, or I don't know. That part. See you back in a hoot. Alrighty, I've done my rows. I did end up doing 10, so do, if you're going up a size, 2 more, so that'd be 12, and then, you know, so forth for each different size. So anyway, I turned my slipper inside out. I cut my yarn and got it on my needle and got it and got it. So now we are going to just sew the ends together. So you're going to go into the first stitch, and then, whoops, go into that first stitch like that, and then you're going to do the same thing, but don't go into both. You see that first one right there? Go in that first loop, and then go in that second loop. This is going to give you a flat, so go in that first, right there. You see that? You have 2 loops. You're going to go to the first one of each. And make sure you pull pretty tightly. I think this is called the mattress stitch. I forget. I just know it gives you like a nice flat closure, and that way it's not like bulky or anything, and that's not what you want. Alrighty, see, you have a nice flat, and that way when you turn this inside out, you're not, you know, you don't have nothing irritating your heel or anything. It gives you that nice smooth finish. Isn't that nice? Alright, so I'm going to weave this yarn in, and then we are going to start making the top of our slipper. I will see you in a hoot. Okay, so turned my slipper the right way, and see how nice that looks. You don't have no bumps on the inside or anything. It's just going to be a nice little slipper. So I've done this I don't know how many times, and every time I do it with my size, when I stitch around, because you're going to have to stitch around, I get a total of 35 stitches, okay? Yours might be a little less, depending on your size, if you did a size 6 or whatever, or a little more if you did a size up from 7, okay? So you're just going to go in the top. There's 2 stitches here. Start and just go into every stitch. You're gonna have to make some of these stitches and just go into every single one, and that's how you're gonna start up your next row. So I'm going to add my yarn and work my way around. Remember to get your stitch marker, and because you want to be working in the round again, save your starting spot, so that way we can continue going on and on and on. So once I do this round, I will tell you how many stitches I have, which I know is going to be 35, but I'll get back to you. Okay, so I got 35. I forgot to mention, you will have to, like in certain spots, do 2 single crochets. So for size 7 to 8, evenly, well, 35 is an odd number, but as evenly as you can. There'll be one area where there'll probably be 2 single crochets, but make sure you have 35 stitches. Now I think this is a good ankle fit. Now if you have thicker ankles, I would definitely make this a little bit longer, and open this up a little bit more. You might want to do 40 40 stitches. So I would go, it's hard to say. Yeah, I would try to do 40. If you have ankles, I would do 40 and then try it on. Keep trying it on and then see, give or take what you got to do. If you got to go in, you can go in. But I would always leave it. I wouldn't suggest going in unless it's for a child, only because then this can go over like your pajama pants or, your pants, whatever. But yeah, like I said, keep trying it on. If you have to increase, then to increase and whatnot for your ankle size. This won't go up. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just go a little bit above your ankle. Probably will be like, that little ankle bone right there. So yeah, this will be around your ankle. It's not gonna go up your calf. And you could do that. That'd be really cool. But this one's not. So like I said, keep trying it on and just seeing how many you need to increase. For your ankle, you know, you want it to be a comfortable fit. Of course, you don't want to make something that's going to be too tight and, you know, uncomfortable. You want it, you know, to be loungy, cute, but loungy. All right. So now, including this first row, we are going to be doing 12. So I have to do 11 more single crochet the whole way around. And then we will do this little flap to give him his little like hat part. Now this is how I wear mine. I fold it over just a little bit. So if you want to fold it over more, then you can go up 15, 16, you know, and so on. Or 13, 14, whatever, so on. It all depends on how far you want this to go down, how far you want it to go up your leg, your calf, and all that. But like I said, for me, for what I've done, it would be 12 rows total. So this first one where we, you know, went all the way around, that will count as your first one. So now I'm going to crochet around 11 more times, well, 11 more rows, and I will meet you back. Now remember, you're crocheting in the round. You are not going to be joining and slip stitching, so make sure you have your little stitch marker handy to mark your first row and your spot, so you know how many times you went around and how many times you gotta go. Alrighty, I really hope I didn't confuse you with all that. I just don't know how to measure others' ankles, you know. This right here does not feel tight. It does have a nice stretch to it, especially on the foot. So yeah, I'm just trying to think. That's what I would suggest. Just, you know, maybe doing another row on your heel so this part comes out a little bit more, and you can have, if you need to, for a bigger ankle. Alrighty, so let me do my 11 rounds and I will be back. Alrighty, so I finished my 12 rounds. Remember, the first one counted, so I had to do 11 more. You're going to hold your snip your yarn, you're done. And then you can sew it in if you need to, but you're going to hold your slipper straight. You're going to find the center. Can't see, but from the toe to the top of your thing, you're going to find the center. Now this depends on which way you're going to be going. I already did this side, so I need to do this side for my little hat part. So, and then you're going to crochet over here. So I'm going to do right here. So these two will probably be the center on mine, and I'm going to go right there, and then I'm going to crochet 12 stitches over. I'm going to use the same color at first to do one row. So the first 12 stitches I'm going to use this color. Now it's optional. You don't have to switch colors. You can keep the little hat all in one color, but I thought it was cute to switch. So and I mean, this part is just eyeballing it where you want your hat to hang. It doesn't have to be exact. I mean, once you do your other slipper, it will be, but it doesn't have to be. It's wherever you want your little hat to hang. So there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 10, 11, and 12. Now I'm going to start, I'm going to get my other color ready so I can start my other color, and I will show you how we're going to start decreasing to get this little point for our hat. Alrighty, so now I got my second color. I am going to chain up with it, and then single crochet. Well, I'm not going to single crochet fully. I'm going to decrease. So I went into that one. I'm going to go into the next one and put those 2 stitches together. Now I'm going to crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then these 8 and 9, decrease those, put those 2 together. So we're going to do a decrease in the last 2 stitches, okay? And if you switched your color, you're going to want to tie in your ends too. Alright, so here we go. 1, whoopsie, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then 8 and 9, you're going to do a single crochet decrease. So you're going to single crochet those 2 together, chain 1 and turn. I'm going to snip these real quick and tie this in because I forgot to, and I will be back. Alrighty, let me get situated. So now we are going to decrease again. So into this first stitch, you're going to single crochet these 2 stitches together. Then you're going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, leaving you with 2. And now you're going to decrease. You're going to single crochet the 2 last stitches, see, together. Oops. Bubba, what you doing? And that will give you 6 single crochet. You're going to turn, and you are going to, whoopsie, my hook, chain 1, and now you're going to single crochet in each of the 6 stitches. Chain 1. Sorry, trying to get the yarn out. All right. Now you're going to decrease again, and you're going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to decrease again. Did I have? I made a stitch somewhere because now I have 5. Maybe I counted wrong. But now you're going to chain 1 and decrease. You know what? I did. I went into that one. It's fine. You're going to decrease again, then single crochet, and then decrease one more time. You should have 3. Chain 1. You're going to single crochet in each of those 3. Turn, chain 1. Now you are going to decrease, and you're going to, sorry, I was thinking of how I did this. You're going to single crochet in each of the 3 one more time. Then you're going to turn, and then you're going to put all 3 stitches together. Unless you have 2. I don't know what I did. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Snip your yarn. you're gonna tie, oopsie, your little end in, but first, there you go. So I'm gonna tie this in, and then I'll pan the camera down a little bit, and we'll do the nose, put the eyes on, and then we'll do the fur. So see you back in a hoot. Alrighty, so with your orange yarn, you are going to chain up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into that 4th chain, you are going to single crochet and then single crochet in the next 3. And that will give you 4 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn, and you're going to single crochet in each of the stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, and you're going to do that again. Single crochet in each of the 4 stitches. Chain 1, and now you are going to single crochet decrease. You're going to go into the next 2 stitches and single crochet those 2 together, and again single crochet the next 2 stitches together, and that gives you 2. I'm going to chain 1 and turn and single crochet into those 2 stitches, chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet those 2 stitches together, and that's it. You are done with your nose. Sew your little ends in. When you sew this end in, make sure you keep its little points, and then we will put the eyes on, and then we will do the fur. Alrighty, so you can sew this one, but I do my handy dandy glue gun. Just lightly put some glue. And be careful. And then let's see my other one right here, and then just press it on. There you go. Look at that cute little nose. And then the eyes, the same thing. Now again, you can sew them on, but you can just glue them. I get plain wood buttons, and then, because this is a lot cheaper than buying the color ones, and then I get these little paint pens. They're called Posca. You can get them on Amazon. I believe Hobby Lobby might have had them too. And then I just color, you see, I color my buttons and press it down, and because this is a thick material, it won't go through, but there you go. His little face is done. Now again, we're going to do the fur, but this is totally an optional part. You do not need to add fur. You're going to use your same crochet hook. You can, you know, make your own little pom-pom out of the yarn. You can do little frillies with the yarn, or just leave it like it is, or even crochet a little band and put it there. You know, whatever you want to do. You do not have to do it with the yarn. I'm just going to go in, grab. Are you not going to let me grab you? There we go. Grab the fur, around this side. It's kind of hard with the, I usually break the fur apart there's 3 strands, but for this I didn't, so I'm not used to working with it like that. And then I snip it. So all I did was I just looped it through the ends, and now for this part I'm just going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to tie it again really tightly, and then I cut it, pull, you see those little strands, pull little strands apart, and then I got my little pom-pom. And then if I need to cut it shorter, then I can. And that's all I did. And that's how I got my little pom-pom for the end of that. Now we're going to be doing this part. You are just going to pick up your stitches across this way and just do 1 single crochet and pull up that fur. So it's going to be a little bit awkward, but let's see if we can do this. Okay. There's your first one. Get that fur in there. And then go to your second one. Pull it up, and I got your 2 loops. And then you're going to do your first single crochet. If you have a bigger hook, like a size 8, and you couldn't get it through, then I would suggest doing your size 8. Because this is really hard. But I have faith in you. Alright, so there's the next one. Again, you're just going straight across there. Be careful because, you know, the color change, how it goes up. I forget what that's called. And then it's called something with a J. Jagged? Jolt? I forget. And again, the fur, I just like the fur. I thought it gave it like a cute little winter hat. And it was just too cute not to do without the fur. Okay, I'm going to follow where I was. Where am I? Right there. And then you see, you have that. I'm going to finish out these 2 because it's really hard to see through the camera. I'll finish out these couple stitches and then I'll get back to you and we will tie these in. Alrighty, and the snowman slippers are complete. And that's it. Isn't that just so cute? I noticed that I did 2 different carrot nose. This one's a little tad, well, it's coming out way darker, but it's just a tad bit, but that's okay. Look how adorable they are. Now, you can do anything. You can do a deer, and you can do little ears. How stinking cute would that be? I know gnomes are big for a lot of people. You can do little gnomey gnome ones. You know, anything really. Any little kitty cat. Oh my goodness. Again, put little ears, have little whiskers, a cute little button nose. Oh my goodness. Teddy bears. Sky's the limit, guys. You can do anything. Owls, of course. But you can seriously anything. And the little hat just gives it the cutest little wintry touch. Elves. Trying to think. I don't know, my mind just went blank. But yeah, any little character you can do, you can create, and they're super easy. They work up super fast. I'll probably say an hour and a half for the pair it takes. It all depends on how fast you go, but because you're using the bulky yarn, it really goes fast. And then if you wanted to, you can probably go up a hook size. You could, you know, with the bulky yarn. So like I always say, the sky is the limit and do whatever floats your boat. I would love to see your creations if you follow this. I'm so sorry I got messed up on this. I don't even know what I was doing. But you know the drift, you know, you just decrease until you get your little point. But yeah, sorry, the little fur started coming off. That would happen when you cut and then it stops. But look how cute. Ooh, you could put little bells. Oh my goodness. How annoyingly cute would that be every time you walk? Jingle, 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 jingle. Oh my goodness. But yes, look how adorable. I am making us all a pair of these because I just think they're so cute. Now, except for our kitchen, the house is carpeted, so I don't need to do anything to the bottom. I would suggest if you have wood floors or tiled floors or something that's not, you know, that slip easy, take a few drops of glue and like go like okay, go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and keep going the whole way to the thing. Sets of 3, a little glue dots, and that way that will help little kids or you as you're walking. It'll be slip resistant. So alrighty, as always, I hope you liked this tutorial. I told you we were going to make a wearable and it wasn't going to be a hat. I really hope you liked this tutorial. If you do, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. What else? Share. We hope you like this video. We hope you have a Hooterific day. Bye.